All right, guys, what's up? Crypto Mike here. Check it out. We're talking about this past weekend event with, of course, the top decks. And you have to say, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. All right, let's take a look. If you look at the top 15, 20 here, there's some similarities going on. It's interesting that since they did the balance patch with, of course, the new rules for the weekend, we have this situation where, wouldn't you know it, the top levels are more competitive. It seems to hold true not just for this week, but for the previous week. This is 2 weeks in now. And if you look at this, it's an interesting thing that is, well, what is this about? Let's take a look. We have two individuals, Underwears and JCan, who have actually become the top two this past week. But interestingly, if you take a look at this, we've got 24 wins, and then we have the next top of the top 9, 7 folks have 23 wins, and so that's a good thing, right? Like I said, the previous weeks we've had many people with 24 wins, and then even a person or two with 25 in previous weeks from the past, but this has basically made the top levels more competitive. That's good by me. And also my level, so now I also kind of know where I belong, because I would go solar gold, I would get all the way almost up to diamond, and then everybody would D-rank for the weekend and beat my ass all the way back down to auric gold. I'd have to work my way back to solar gold. So I never knew actually where I stood, but now I've actually been holding pretty steady at diamond, and so that's what I'm saying, right? So some stability has happened. It's a good thing, and this is what's happening here. We got Underwears and we got JCan, and interestingly, JCan here takes this game a little seriously because he changed his name. So we'll get to that in just a sec. And I got the top 17 here because I went all the way down to Owling Ox, right? Owling Ox, which actually changed their name as well, I'm pretty sure, since I looked at this initially. But okay, so point being, let's take a look at these decks. We're going to do Underwears and JCan. So let's go, we'll start with Underwears, all right? And Underwears in particular here has a specific thing going on, and it's it's 24 wins, and it's hard to argue with that. But as you would expect, right, and as everybody seems to be rolling right now, if you look over on the right side, he's got a control war deck, 37-2, but that's not actually the deck he used. So I don't know if he's trying to obfuscate what's happening here. So he's changed to a control war deck, and he's beating people's asses since. But his actual deck previously that I checked and I verified he used this weekend was this right here. It's called a beefy war deck. And so if you look at this, right, the interesting part is it's expensive. It's one of those ones that has all the sweet cards you would expect, couple Demogorgons, couple of Pyramid Wardens, all the rest of that, Iron Tooth Goblin to kill people's relics, on and on. A lot of good stuff in here, a lot of very expensive cards, and this is a very expensive deck. So I'm not sure if he's practicing a new meta for this upcoming weekend with this control war, but this is the deck he used for this past weekend. So the value here, of course, is 1.8892 ETH. And what does that translate to? You got it, $5,920. Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is almost a $6,000 deck. So that's how much you got to spend to and then be able to run it well. Of course, just because you have the cards doesn't mean you can become the toppest of the toppest. You know what I mean? So anyway, there's that. Almost $6,000, and the individual was Underwears. All right, so there we go. There's where we begin. Here's where we continue. Let's go to this guy. Now, this guy, number 2 here on the list, if you go back to the list here, it's JCan, all right? And so I clicked on his name, of course, from GU Decks, and JCan is here. So let's do this right here. So there's JCan, right, up there second. Clicked on it, and what do you get, actually? You get his JCan actually comes up as this guy, and he changed his name. He's got S with the little thingies or whatever, and the question marks and the other thing. I don't know, but point being is he doesn't want people onto him to know what his deck is and this type of thing. He doesn't want you to find him and be able to search him easily, and et cetera, so on. And to me, that's taking this game a little too seriously, bros. Come on. I mean, if you've got like Demogorgons and these other cards that you're using, why are you scared for people to know what the hell's going on? Anyway, whatever. Like me, fine. You're gonna find me and you're gonna know what deck I'm using. But unless I swapped, because I changed my deck a lot, so maybe you have an idea, but maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe change your deck once in a while, bro. Anyway, let's go to this, and this is his actual deck. So this is again his name on the top leaderboard is JCan. He changed his name to all these question marks and these other weird characters. But the thing is, his deck actually costs, you got it, 1.5855 Ethereum. We'll get to that in a sec, what that actually comes out to. But he's got Demogorgons, of course. He's got the Etheric Hydra. You know, he's got lots of good cards here, and as you would expect, right? And it's expensive. 1.5855 ETH, of course, comes down to 4,967 and 46 cents. There you go. There's today's estimate of what his deck costs. All right, and this is the weird part, and this is why I carved it down to the top 17 this past week. Is because this bottom guy with 22 wins, I had to go all the way down this far without finding a board wipe death, which was the second one here, or a beefy war. Like everybody's running either beefy war or board wipe death. All right. Well, this guy had to literally go down to 17th place to find this guy Owling Ox, and I think I may be wrong, but I think he changed his name since then. But anyway, what can you do? So the thing is this. He had this deck called Card Draw Magic, and he was 22-3 over here a couple days ago. You can see it, which is good. I was like, okay, this is new. This is a different deck. It's not one you see every day at the top, and he's 22 wins, and he was a little bit lower in the ranking again, all the way down here at 17. But check it out. If you go up to the top, or if you go back to his deck, I mean, and look at what he's rolling here. It's interesting. He's got, some Iron Tooth Goblins, of course, to get rid of the relics. He's got some Skeleton Heavies. This guy would probably kick my ass because those Iron Tooth Goblins will destroy my relics, and that's not a good thing. All these decks will be linked below, so check that out, and you can check it out for yourself. But now look at this. The price over here is the interesting part. Is it's 0.1101 Ethereum. And what does that cost? Yeah, you know what that costs. Not a lot. It's $344.91 as of this minute. So interesting that we have not only the top decks that cost thousands and thousands of dollars, of course, in real world value currently. We also have this situation where we have this guy named Alinox that's playing another deck that has really nothing to do with thousands of dollars. It's just a few $100 value-wise. So I don't know if he'll be there every week or whatever, but like maybe he had a good run, and that's just the way this game works. But anyway, that's what I want to talk about and point out again. This is for posterity reasons. We want to look at the value of these decks, how they change, how the metas change, and then be able to look maybe months from now and see how much these decks actually cost. Let's say in the summer, or let's say coming in the winter around Thanksgiving or Christmas of this year. So who knows, right? That's what we're doing. That's why we do this, and it's not like mind-blowing. We know $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 decks exist, but we'll see what happens in the next 6 months or 12 months regarding this. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you love this type of stuff, don't forget, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Thanks very much. We'll see you guys in the next video.